Hey everybody, I'm here with Ryan Montis. We're at HypnoThoughts Live 2025 here in Las Vegas, and we're doing conversations with hypnotists. I think it's kind of fun to speak with different people about how they got interested in hypnosis, where they went with it, maybe their experience with the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy, and just whatever else we want to talk about.
Comes up, yeah.
Ryan,
Sounds good.
Quick intro in a nutshell. Who are you now?
Okay, so,
Really?
yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Ryan from Canada, ex-military, ex-private detective, turned NLP trainer and business coach to hypnotherapists.
All right. So you got interested in hypnosis for personal reasons, like 20-ish years ago?
Yeah, it's been a good while now. Yeah, it was, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I really got heavy into personal development because I needed it, I had some problems.
Yeah.
I had some big challenges,
Yeah.
especially emotionally.
Do you want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, I mean, sure. In my teens, I had pretty severe social anxiety, difficulties with undue sadness,
Right.
and other unpleasant, challenges that often are part of life. But
Right.
I was, searching for a solution. I was very reluctant to, reach out to most traditional solutions, and I found personal development, and that led me to subconscious mind work, hypnosis, self-hypnosis, NLP, and that turned out to be the solution for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that was, you were learning about personal development. You hadn't studied hypnosis yet at that point in your life, but you were probably exposed to a bit, but not formally trained or hypnotizing other people.
Yeah, so it came quick. Like the understanding of the relation between changing and hypnosis and NLP came very fast because, when I found personal development, I dove in.
Yeah.
And, for all the challenges I had in my life, one of the benefits that I had was I was pretty good with academics. So I was pretty good with logic. So very quickly, even though a lot of these personal development books don't explicitly mention hypnosis or NLP, there's a very clear common
It's all kind
thread.
of baked in.
It's very clear, and I realized
Yeah.
that quickly, and all the signs were pointing to, you got to learn how to influence the unconscious mind.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So then take me from that obviously helped you solve a lot of your social anxiety, things like that, to saying, you know what, I want to get certified as a hypnotist.
Yeah. So that was a slower burn. So I continued to just study independently.
Yeah.
Hypnosis, and particularly NLP, and especially work at band. I was really into that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I remember. Quick interruption is I got interested in this stuff around the same age because I was about 18 in my first year of university. Mike Mandel was one of the orientation week entertainers. And that got me hooked on hypnosis. I thought it was so amazing because I knew these guys were not possibly faking what they were doing. It was so genuine. And I also started diving into Van Grinder books, and I'd be reading later on like Frogs and the Princes on Vacation. So and I had that same slow burn. I did not formally get trained in hypnosis until much later with Mike. So I think they're on very much the same path.
A similar trajectory. And so, over the course of, I guess it was about 15 years, although I hadn't been formally trained in NLP and hypnosis, I was using it
all the time.
at first for personal development, but then at work as well.
Yeah,
right.
that's what I did too.
Overtly,
Yeah.
conversationally.
Rapport building.
Yeah. I was working in a training capacity in a lot of different contexts, so communication, right? And I was very lucky, kind of early in my learning. I can't remember what the source was, but somebody had taken all the old VHS recordings of Mandler just talking on stage and digitized them, and I got my hands on that, and I would just watch them.
VHS.
Yeah, you could tell, when you can tell the distortion that's distinctly VHS. And those were great, right? And I remember using the stuff from I think it was his version of Trainer's Training, whatever that was at the time, and using it in my trainings because it was so great, powerful.
Yeah, you started, right. So actually, let's make sure we fill in blanks there. So you started doing training to become a hypnotist. Then you went on to become a trainer as well. And that was all prior to finding Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy, right?
Exactly. And I said, in my trainings, because even before I was formally trained in NLP and hypnosis, I was teaching stuff.
Nice.
Right? When I was working in investigations, I would run, safety seminars.
Right. Oh, of course. So you weren't teaching
And
hypnosis,
crime prevention seminars, but I was using the principles.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And then in 2019, basically, I finally, after about 20 years of studying this stuff independently,
I'm going to take it seriously
Went
now.
did formal training.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got all the certs.
Right.
All the certs.
Yeah.
And hit the ground running.
Right. So then you found around, I think you said around 2022, you came across us.
I think it was around 2020. I started seeing the ads
on Facebook.
Facebook ads.
Yeah, okay.
Facebook and possibly, I think it was just Facebook ads, but possibly others.
Right.
And what happened was I ordered the deck of cards.
Oh my God. Okay. I think we interviewed 2 others already, and that was the same thing. Like, we were promoting those language cards, which are really fun. Like, if MikeMandelHypnosis.com/cards, we charge hypnotic language pattern on them. So it's a really great training tool. And okay, so that was your, these guys exist.
That's how I got on your list. It went through and I emailed replied to the email, and then you responded.
Oh yeah,
This is the guy from the ad. And you were like, oh yeah, the order went through, no problem. And then I got 3 decks of cards in the mail for the price of 1.
I know when that happened. We had a bug in our automation. We shipped so many duplicate decks. And I was like, oh well.
And I was like, should I tell them? Am I stealing these cards?
Keep a friend.
That's what I did. I just gave them to people who didn't appreciate them. Yeah.
Maybe a profitable mistake in the end.
Exactly. Actually, now that I think about it, those people probably have since signed up for MMHA.
Okay, so you got the deck of cards, and then you got on our mailing list, and probably.
And then I got on the mailing list, and then eventually, it was you. You wore me down with your emails, and I joined the academy at whatever the entry.
We don't send too many emails, but we do send emails,
and they're good. Yeah. And then very soon after that, I was like, I don't know if it's still available, but the lifetime
it is. Yeah, it
was available, and I was able to
we've always credited people's, like, if they're a monthly or annual MMHA member, we just fully credit that towards lifetime access. We don't promise that the lifetime access will always be the same price or even always available, but whatever its price is, you'll always get the full credit against the price,
which is great.
It's the right way to go, because that way nobody feels like they're wasting money. Oh, well, I don't want to join because I just want to be a lifetime member. We'll start now and sort of rent to own kind of model, I guess.
Exactly. So when I signed up for lifetime with MMHA, by that point I was already trained and certified and running my own trainings and certifications.
What did you think?
And in hypnotherapy, I joined like I told you before we hit record, like, for me, of course, the content and the teaching from Mike and yourself and Timothy is top notch, right? And I can say that, because there's lots of, my training is top notch too, but we do different training, right?
Yeah.
But for me, that's not the biggest thing. Even to this day, I haven't consumed most of the content in MMHA. For me, the big thing in MMHA is the rock solid community of rock stars, including yourself, including Mike Mandel, including Timothy September, and everybody in there.
The support, the team, the practice rooms, and
everything. It's part of it's. I was talking about how important community is, and being a real citizen of community. And the example that I gave was MMHA. Like, you want to be connected to, you're most welcome. You want to be connected to other people who are on a similar path and are going to support you, and that you can resource and that you can lean on when you're having a hard time.
And once a year, when there's an event like this, we actually all get to hang out, and those who come, it feels like family. There's so many of our MMHA members that we're either meeting for the umpteenth time or for the first time. And it's really cool.
Yeah, so I think that's a brilliant part, of your company. And for me, that's the, in addition to knowing you and Mike and Timothy, that's the most important part.
Thank you.
Because
appreciate that.
I kind of went in knowing how to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're exactly. Right. That's why I want to interview you, because you came in already as a trainer, and there's no shame in, like, I'm a trainer. I'm going to study from these guys now. The opposite attitude is, I'm already qualified. I don't need to learn anymore. Man, we're learning all the time from people. That's why we come here, right?
Exactly.
So I think that's exactly the right attitude.
And when I do consume the content, as we all know, it's great. Right? It's great. You're great.
Yeah, and I should say, I've taken your training more so. And actually, you were a guest trainer in our academy as well, and I loved your guest training session, which is archived in the MMHA. But also, the stuff you taught on social media, and a lot of the stuff you've taught has been phenomenal. So I thought maybe that'd be a good segue into what are you up to now?
Yeah, so, like I said, I used to run pretty often NLP practitioner certifications and hypnotherapy certifications, and I still do teach NLP and hypnosis, but now I do it in the context of, a holistic business coaching program. So I have a program, everybody in it so far is already certified in hypnosis and or NLP, or both. But they come in and we address mindset, we improve skill set, and we improve business acumen all at the same time. Nothing is missed.
It's kind of interesting how often hypnotists who are very good at helping their clients, it's the barber needs a haircut. They may not understand how to run a business, how to structure the thought process of taking someone who's a total stranger and turning them into a customer.
Yeah.
And there is a journey, right? Just like we joke, you don't go on the first date and say, what are we going to name our children? Because that's creepy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly,
and so doing that, and you do a lot of like small group coaching or one-on-one coaching.
It's exclusively small and medium group coaching, which is augmented with one-to-one attention as needed. But I find, Chris, that like with entrepreneurs and hypnotherapists, they really benefit from the group context.
Yes.
Because they can, synergize and resource with one another.
It's almost better to do things in a group situation, because if you help one person with their problem and there's a bunch of other group members watching, they go, oh, I get it now. I understand how that applies to my business.
Precisely.
And so you learn through watching other people and getting help yourself.
Yeah. And it applies not only with business challenges and masterminding, but with mindset work as well, because what one person is facing, the hiccups and challenges they're facing, not only are other people going to be facing it, they might not yet be aware that they're facing it.
Yes.
So they see the conversation with somebody else and they're like, oh yeah, that's me too.
Yeah, they go from unconscious incompetence to at least conscious incompetence. Like, oh, I know that I suck at this thing now, that I can start to improve.
And here's the solution. Here's the path forward, right? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So where can people find you?
You can find me here at HypnoThoughts Live 2025, or
the video will be, of course, published well after we're all home.
So just back in time, or RyanMontis.com, at Ryan Montis NLP.
At Ryan Montis NLP, so that's for like Facebook and Instagram, I guess.
Instagram.
Or TikTok, or are you on?
Instagram. I'm on the other.
Mostly an Instagram
Mostly
guy.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And just RyanMontis.com.
RyanMontis.com. There you go.
Just like it sounds. MONTIS.
Yeah, no problem.
But, folks, if you're watching this and you haven't joined MMHA yet, like, why not? Like, just hop in. If you hate it, leave. But you won't. You love it. So join. Be there. I'm there.
I always hate mentioning anything like price related in a video, because then if you change it, you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
When they, you tell them one thing. So, but I'll just, having said that, right now, we have the best offer, I think, ever. You join for $1. It's 7 days of access for that, and then it rolls into $49 a month, and you get all our courses, the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy, and every other course we've ever produced for that insanely low fee.
And you get access to 2 replays of guest talks that I did.
Yes, you get all the guest trainers that we've.
Of course, who cares about those guys? I mean, come on.
There are so many that, because we love. One of the things I'm proud of is that we foster the idea of learning from more than just us, more than just Mike or I or Timothy. Learn from the best. We bring in other trainers like you to do these guest trainers spots, and I love it, and our community loves it. So
it's if you're serious about this stuff, you got to be in there. I'm in there. Everybody's in there. Come on, come hang out.
It's the place to be. All right, thank you so much for that. It was great. I love talking to you.
Always a pleasure. Yes.